Hey guys, I don't know about you, but I'm using these 1 by 30 inch belt grinders to help put the finishing touches on my knives, and that works pretty good. But I certainly needed something, I think, to help with my rough grinding coming out of the forge. So the one thing I did when I was thinking about a 2 by 72 grinder is what would be the motor, and I did purchase this Porta-Cable variable speed motor. It's 3/4 horsepower, variable speed, and seems to be holding up well so far. We'll have to see if that's enough power. I would have preferred a 1 or 1.5 horsepower motor, but that just became too expensive. And the other thing that I purchased new was these wheels. This is a 5-inch drive wheel I picked up on eBay, and then I think this is a 3-inch drive wheel. And I thought that was the most important, to make sure I picked up really good quality wheels and a good quality motor, and then the rest I would build myself. So I'll take you through the build. First, I just put together a box down below, and I picked up these Harbor Freight 8.5-inch wheels at a flea market for 30 bucks. That was great. I picked up this plate, 20 by 27 inches, to put on top because it just makes it easier to clean up, filings and whatnot, dust off steel than it does wood. And then I got this 1/2-inch steel plate, 12 inches by 12 inches. Welded to the plate is this long rectangular tube, which is 36 inches high and by 1/4 of an inch thick, that I was able to pick up at the Logan Steel or Bargain Barn that they have. And then I have the two different arms there to hold the platen, and those are 1.5 by 1.5 square tubing by 1/8 inch, and they're both 15 inches long, and they're connected to this piece of angle iron, which is 12 inches long. It's a 2.5 by 2.5 inch angle iron, and you can see by 3/16 inch thick. And I carved out some big holes here and bolted it on because I've got flexibility to move this in and out, as well as angle it. That seems to be working okay. And then the top piece of this is two 1.5 by 1.5 tubes at 24 inches in length, with a 5-inch piece of tube on the back end to hold it, as well as then 2 pieces of this angle, which is the same angle as the platen, and this is used for the tracking mechanism. These are 1/4 inch adjustment knobs that I tapped here, and this pushes down. You gotta adjust them both at the same time. As this goes down, this goes up, and that'll help track the wheel up or down, and to keep it on center. And it's working pretty slick. And all that is just 2 6-inch by 2.5 by 2.5 angle pieces. This one is welded to the frame here, and then this one simply just bolts onto this one. Drill a hole so that it can rotate like that. So that was pretty slick and easy to do. And then at the back end here, you could do anything. I just, secured this. It's overkill. I didn't need this much, but I had it on hand, and this eye, and put this spring in to provide the spring tension. Weld a little hook on here at the bottom to be able to hold that. And this can be adjusted just through this in terms of the tension. You can, and that seems to work as well too. I originally started off with a lot of tension, on this setup, and I found I didn't need to do that, and all that did was make this motor run hotter. So I've just found a little bit of tension goes a long way. You've really got to be, this is a 1/2-inch bolt. Everything else is 5/16. That works fine, but this is a 1/2-inch bolt. You really need this to be rigid, this top piece, rigid relative to this, as well as you don't want it twisting, because with the wheel on that end, it does have a habit of trying, of twisting down, and it affects your tracking. So to be rigid, you can build this frame. You can also go further, and I might do it myself, is put another piece here, put a piece of a flat plate on top, just to keep this from doing any type of twisting, because you want that to be rigid. So that's it. The only thing I put in too is I built this box so that there'd be a bit of a overhang at the bottom, or not an overhang, an underhang maybe, because I want to put here and maybe along here, using maybe some sort of a planter box, because it's 24 inches long here, 24 inches deep, and so this is like a 5-inch, sticks out 5 inches, and that's about a foot, and that'll allow me room to put a bucket underneath this wheel with water in it and collect all the debris that comes off, dust, etc. So the only other thing I'm going to do is I built this low because I wanted this area, the center of the platen area here, to be sort of like belly high, because that's where I'm most comfortable in grinding, right? Is right here, and that's about waist high from the ground. But what it does is it puts your head right there, close to this upper tracking wheel. So I do want to build something a nice guard that comes down, so that you don't get anything flying in your face. I thought about different platens, whether I should put some sort of a ceramic or other hardened steel, and based on what I've seen and read, it doesn't make much difference, and this will eventually wear out, and I'll just replace it. It's a simple 12-inch piece of angle. So that's the build. And that's going to be a big improvement. So you're probably wondering what this thing costs. It cost me a total of $350 all in. Like I said, the wheels I hooked up for $30 at a flea market. The motor was $150. This Porta-Cable bench grinder. These wheels I did buy from eBay. They were $100 together. And then the rest of this steel, which wasn't much, brings me to $350. I get some of the steel at 75 cents a pound, and I get some of the brand new stuff for $1.20 a pound. And then of course all the hardware. So the 5/16-inch bolts, and I had this shackle. I made this out of a piece of 5/16 or 3/8 bar stock, and then this spring cost about $6. So overall, all in, total cost plus the cost of the belts, it cost me $35 for 6 of these belts. And I picked them up off of Amazon.com, so I'm including that in the price. All in, $350. And I had a hard time trying to find anything that was pre-made at that price. Everything's between $500 up to $1,500, reasonable, unless I'm really into some production Beldor type, which is into the $2,000 range. So for $3.50, not too bad. Guys, I hope you like this video, and thanks for watching, and you take care. Bye.